One of my favorite movies of all time is The Shawshank Redemption. Directed by Frank Darabont, the brains behind AMC's The Walking Dead, and also based on the Stephen King novel by a similar name. When I first watched it, it really spoke to me. The whole movie was quite inspiring. But I wanted to focus on a sadder part of the film. The whole Brooks was here sequence is absolutely soul-crushing. Brooks is a character we meet in the film who had been locked up for 5 decades for the murder of his family. It's impressive how the film gets you to sympathize with someone who may have committed those horrible acts. You can tell he's genuinely scared to leave the only society that he truly knows. He even tries to murder someone until he is stopped by Andy and the other inmates. I mean, could you imagine that? No, actually think about it. You are taken away from the world you know and put in a cage, much like a bird, and are forced to stay in that cage for 50 years. Considering how every day there is a new breakthrough in technology, you can imagine the world would be very, very different. The whole sequence opens with Brooks finally letting his pet bird, Jake, fly away. Much like himself, the bird finally gets to see the world outside that gated-off community. As Brooks rides on the bus, he firmly grabs onto the seat in front of him, nervous, not knowing what the world is, just having an idea of it. With how fast the world moves today, one line really spoke to me, and that is,
"The world went and got itself in a big damn hurry."
It perfectly encapsulates the growing need from humans for society to move further and further technologically every day. We see Brooks not receive the same respect you would expect most elderly people to receive. Most people that come from a prison background won't receive the same respect as someone like a lawyer or a doctor, or anyone that worked and just eventually had a normal retirement. Someone that got a life that Brooks never had. Another scene that is absolutely crushing is him feeding the birds. We see him hoping that his pet bird Jake will show up, but he never does. It's quite sad because it was someone that gave him some kind of purpose. Animals most of the time give us something to nurture. There's even evidence out there that people with pets are significantly happier than those without pets. Much like all the birds he's staring at, all the other humans seem to have some sort of companionship around them, all while Brooks sits all alone. He has nightmares that he is falling, which in many ways reflects how he feels in the free world. Brooks even considers committing another heinous act so he can get back home, the home that he actually knows. Brooks never goes through with that idea because he believes he is too old for that sort of stuff. He ultimately decides that he doesn't want to stay, but only hurts himself in the process. We then find out all the narration throughout the scene was a letter that Brooks had sent to the inmates back at Shawshank. I'm really glad this film decided to focus on the negative effects that being in prison could have on your life, even after serving your sentence. It really makes you think, how could we update this current prison system to something that better integrates some of these people back into society? For this film taking place back in the day, the prison system is not too different from the one that is currently in place today. Obviously, some deserve it more than others, but the prison system can be an anchor for some people that don't completely deserve it. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I'm glad I got to cover this scene and just a bit of this movie. It's a movie that I really love, and I'm glad to just spread the love for it. If you haven't seen it, I would check it out as soon as possible. Frank Darabont just absolutely nailed it. And you even see Jeffrey DeMunn from The Walking Dead in it, so that's pretty cool, you know. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys later.